For this red hot tutorial, I pulled my inspiration from Greek mythology to create a phoenix. The phoenix is a bird that gains new life through fire, arising from its own ashes. It's often associated with the sun as well as the concept of rebirth. Before filming, I covered my eyebrows using Prozaid. A washable glue stick will also work. And then I added red contacts. For the bright, colorful foundations, I'm going to be using Belletto Studio's HD Airbrush Makeup System. The system is pretty fantastic and it literally cut my application time in half. Here you'll see the air compressor that comes with the kit. It's really nice and compact. It offers 2 buttons on the top, an on and off switch on the left side, and then a speed control switch on the right side. There are 3 different speed settings, a low, medium, and high. For this tutorial, we're going to be using the low setting. The key to getting a good gradient from yellow to red is to start with the yellow first. You want to start with a lighter color first. So I'm taking Starla and adding a few drops to the airbrush gun. And now I'm holding the gun 6 to 8 inches away from my face and pulling the trigger back slightly. And you'll notice that I'm moving my hand in circular motions as well as moving my hand around my face. You don't want to concentrate the flow of the product in a certain area, otherwise you won't get even coverage. And make sure you close your eyes when you're working near them. Another great thing about this system is that you can mix these colors together. So here I'm using Starla and Eternal Flame, which is kind of perfect for the tutorial, and just applying a couple of drops into the cup. And then I'm going to put my finger on the end of the airbrush and pull the trigger back. This is going to cause a back bubble, which will in turn mix the 2 colors together and give you that perfect orange color. Once I'm happy with the color, I'm going to start applying that orange around the outer perimeter of my face. I'm using those same circular motions and making sure not to stay in one area too long. After cleaning out the airbrush gun with a little bit of water, I'm going to move on to my foundation. One of the cool things about this system is that you can use it for foundation as well as for colorful stuff. So I'm using the foundation in Porcelain, which is the color F1. To sketch out my design, I'm going to be using Sugar Pill's Love Plus eyeshadow and an angled brush. I like to plot out my designs before committing to them fully, and using an eyeshadow is a great way to sketch it out. I went for very bird-like shapes, lots of swooping curved lines, as well as sharp points. You will notice also this little gold medallion that I have made out of watercolor paper. I just sketched out the idea of a phoenix with a fire inside of it as well as wings. I'm going to be using the same process that I used on my cheeks as I used on my forehead. So I go in and lay down a foundation of Starla. And along the outer edges of the Starla, I went in with Eternal Flame. The next color I used is a warm red, and it's called Ladybug, which is the cutest name ever. And I just applied that down my neck in a triangular shape, and I went with the shape of my collarbones. I also applied a little bit of Starla to the middle of my neck. I'm creating a bit of a dimensional effect, so the lighter colors are going to pop forward and the darker colors are going to recede. Next, I layered a little bit of popping pink on top of the ladybug. This step cooled down the red-orange a bit. I sealed in the colors using blue marble sealer. This is just a water-based film that forms a barrier to keep your makeup intact. With my trusty red wolf face paint, I went ahead and filled in my designs. For the eyelids, I went for an eye primer as well as the flash palette from Makeup Forever. And on top of the red flash color, I used Sugar Pill's Love Plus again. I treated the under eye in the same way. I applied a white eyeliner and then the white from the flash palette and patted a matte white eyeshadow on top. And I used Sugar Pill's Taco eyeshadow. I really love the way gold interacts with red, yellow, and orange, so I'm going to be using Sugarpill's Chromolust in Goldilux. And I'm applying that wet and just applying it around my design to make everything pop and look like it's on fire, of course. For the eyelashes, I'm going to be using a feathery looking pair and just applying those to my eyelids. So to accent my neck even more, I used a polka dot stencil and more of the Goldilux pigment and just patted those little suckers on. For the parts that I couldn't reach, I used my Q-tip to dot on more gold polka dots. And I really like how this caught the light. It's very, very nice detail. Next, I applied my gold medallion using Add a Lash, and yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. I put a little bit on the back and stuck it to my head. Then I added my wings. To finish off the lips, I outlined them in Night Moth lip pencil from MAC. Make sure you blend out the Night Moth. And to the center of the lips, I applied MAC's Cherry lip pencil, and then patted Sugarpill's Love Plus on top. So that wraps up this Phoenix Sunbird Fire Goddess tutorial. I hope you did enjoy it, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, as well as joining me on Facebook and Twitter, and even sharing it on Facebook and Twitter if you really enjoyed it. I'm also going to have a huge discount below for the Belletto airbrush system, and by huge, I'm talking majorly good deals. So if you use the code below, you will get a huge discount if you're interested in the airbrush. Otherwise, that's it for me. Take care, guys, and I look forward to seeing you very, very soon with some more Halloween tutorials. Take care. Bye.